Hello again, my friend. It's me, Mr. Brucey, here for another one of my favourite walks in the English countryside. I was lying by the door just a moment ago, tail tucked, ears perked, watching the light fade through the clouds above Trevone. The kind of light that makes everything go quiet. The kind of stillness that says, it's time to rest. Tonight, we're taking a gentle walk, a winding journey from Trevone Bay to Padstow. A slow, coast-hugging wander with only the sea beside us and the wind in our fur, or hair in your case. There's no destination to chase, no noise to follow, just step after step, soft breath after soft breath. So come with me. Let the day fall away behind you, like sand slipping from your pores. Take a deep breath in and let it drift out, long and slow, and again. There we go. Let's begin. We start on the edge of Trevone Bay. The tide has just begun to roll out. The beach behind us is pale and wet, the sand still holding footprints from the last wanderers of the day, now washed faint, like gentle memories. The sea is calm this evening, flat, soft, wide. It pushes in with barely a whisper. Shh, hush, shh. The waves don't want to disturb anything. Neither do we. You close your eyes for a moment and let the sound settle behind your ribs. I do too. When we open them, the sun has slipped even lower. It casts long fingers across the grass at our paws, turning the wildflowers golden and giving the air that warm scent of sun-warmed gorse. I glance upward. 3 gulls circle slowly above the cliffs. Their wings stretch wide, catching the last of the thermals. They tilt, pivot, and glide again. No effort, just air and instinct. I sit and watch them for a moment. I always do. They remind me not to rush. Then I bounce to my feet and trot forward. You follow. The path here is soft and well trodden, fringed with low brambles and patches of wild forget-me-nots. The air is full of evening sounds, the tick of insects, the sigh of the sea, the flap of wings, and suddenly I can't help it. I sprint. I plunge into the long grass, paws thudding gently, tail flying high. I zigzag wildly, leaping over clumps of heather and spraying dew into the air. You laugh, quietly. I hear it in the way your feet pause on the trail. Then I loop around and return to your side, panting softly, eyes bright, full of joy. We walk together now, step by step. The sea is just to our left, still and silent. The cliffs fall away beyond the edge of the grass. You stay close, so do I. There's a hush to everything, the kind of quiet that comes when the world is ready to sleep. As we follow the curve of the path, a dark circle begins to form in the land ahead. You spot it first, then I do. The ground drops away suddenly, clean and sharp, revealing the great hollow of Trevone Round Hole. No signs, no fences, just open grass, and then open air. You step forward, slowly, carefully. I move beside you. We stop a few paces from the edge and peer down into the depths. Far below, the sea churns in its hidden cave, the tide swirling through the tunnel that carved this hole long ago. The sound rises up faintly, like the sea is whispering a secret to the sky. The walls are jagged and speckled with moss. The scent is unmistakable. Wet stone, salt, and the echo of time. You crouch gently. I sit beside you. Together we listen. We breathe. We stay. A single bird glides across the sky above the hole, casting a soft moving shadow across the grass. Then you rise, brushing your hands together slowly. I stretch, yawn, and wag once, and we carry on. The path begins to slope gently upward. The long grass grows sparser here. The ground beneath us becomes firmer, edged with little stones and dry roots. We pass a wooden post with the southwest coast path emblem carved into it. A tiny acorn, weathered and grey. Your fingers brush against the top of the post as we pass. Ahead, the cliffs widen. The path here hugs the coast, curving around a ridge. You glance back and see Trevone fading behind us, the bay now painted in amber shadow, the beach smoothed by the retreating tide. The sea stays beside us, ever faithful, and above it, the sky begins to gather its stars. There's something in the stillness now, something weightless. The sound of our steps softens, the wind settles, and you begin to feel it, your chest loosening, your breath deepening, your eyes moving slower through the land. I walk just ahead of you. My tail flicks gently. To our right now, open fields dotted with grazing sheep. One looks up, chews, blinks, and lowers its head again. We pass a cluster of hawthorn trees, twisted low by years of sea wind. Their blossoms are pale, almost silver, catching the light like soft lanterns. You reach out and let your fingers drift across the bark of one trunk. It's cool, rough, real. I pause to sniff the base, nose twitching with interest. There's a scent of rabbit here, but I leave it alone. Tonight is not for chasing. It's for listening, watching, feeling the land beneath our paws. The path levels again, and the breeze picks up. You can taste the salt once more. It stirs something calm in your chest. And just ahead, rising gently from the earth, Gunver Head, our next resting place. We're almost there, and we're not in a hurry. We're moving toward Gunver Head now. The path is narrow but kind. No sharp stones, just well-worn soil beneath our steps, and tufts of grass whispering past our ankles. Ahead of us, the land lifts slightly, pulling us higher, closer to the sky. You slow a little. I do too. There's no rush. The headland will wait. To our left, the sea begins to stretch out wider. The cliffs drop more steeply here, and the sound of the water changes. Less of a hush now, more of a distant murmur, like someone speaking gently in another room. We reach the rise. Gunver Head. You pause and breathe in. The air here is different, cooler, clearer. It tastes like salt and sky, like the edges of the earth. I sit down beside a gorse bush. Yellow flowers glow faintly in the dimming light. They smell faintly of coconut. I like that smell. It always reminds me of long days in the sun and sleepy evenings like this one. You step toward the edge, just far enough to see the wide sweep of the sea. It's darker now, a deep, soft blue that swells and shifts in the falling light. Far out, a single boat drifts quietly, its wake a tiny silver line drawn across the water. The wind brushes your cheeks. It plays gently with your clothes. You close your eyes for a moment, just letting it pass over you. I move to your side and rest my head against your leg. For a while, we stay like this, just the two of us, wrapped in the stillness that only wide-open places can give. Then I yawn, long and slow, and we continue. The climb toward Stepper Point begins now. It's not steep, just steady. The kind of slope that encourages slow breathing and quiet thought. The path is bordered by low, dry stone walls, built long ago, still standing strong. The rocks are warm from the sun, though that warmth is beginning to fade. You trail your fingers along the top of the wall as we walk. Each step is soft, purposeful. The sea remains to our left, always near. Ahead, the Daymark Tower rises in silhouette, square, solid, weathered, a silent sentinel at the end of the land. We pass a wooden signpost pointing toward the point. Its letters are faint, but the path is clear. I sniff around the base. There's a scent here. Fox, maybe, or badger. It lingers faintly in the air like a memory. But I don't follow it. I stay with you. We pass through a wooden gate and into the last open stretch. Here, the grass is shorter, the wind a little stronger. The world begins to open in every direction. You slow down again, not from tiredness, but reverence. Everything feels big up here, quiet, meaningful. We reach Stepper Point. The Daymark Tower stands just ahead, solid against the softening sky, built over a century ago to guide ships into the Camel estuary. It now watches over the land in silence. You walk slowly toward it. I stay close to your heels. You place your hand on the stone, cool now in the evening breeze. The roughness grounds you. The stillness soothes you. We circle to the western side, where the view unfolds, and what a view it is. Across the estuary, green hills roll gently away. The patchwork of fields is blurred slightly by the soft light of evening, and there, sharp and clean in the distance, Pentera Point. You only see it on days like this. Clear skies, still air, spring at its kindest. The sea between here and there is a deep mirror, catching the sky in streaks of lavender and silver. You sit down at the base of the tower. I curl beside you, my body pressed close to yours. Neither of us speaks. The wind moves through the grass in small waves. A buzzard circles far overhead, then disappears beyond the ridge. We stay there until the sky darkens just a little more. The first star appears, and then it's time. We begin our descent. The path dips gently down from Stepper Point, following the curve of the cliffs. The grass here is soft again, almost spongy beneath your feet, a welcome cushion after the climb. To our right, the land falls into small valleys and dips filled with bracken and low bushes. Rabbits scurry here, though most are tucked away now. I sniff, pause, then move on. I'm not chasing tonight. We reach a fork in the path. One leads down toward Butterhole Beach, the other along the upper edge of the cove. We choose the high path, staying with the view a little longer. The beach below is mostly hidden by tide and shadow. Only a few scattered rocks and dark pools glint in the fading light. The scent of the sea returns now, stronger than before, layered with the dampness of the incoming night. You breathe in deeply, then out, and again. Each breath longer than the last. You can feel your shoulders settling, your thoughts slowing, your body heavier in a good way. We pass an old gate with a rusted latch. It opens with a soft creak. I slip through first. You follow. Now the path begins to ease downward toward Hawker's Cove. The land here is quieter somehow. Even the wind seems to step more lightly. We're nearing a place where the cliffs soften into beach once again. The estuary begins to bend ahead of us, wrapping around the land like an arm. Lights begin to appear on the opposite shore, tiny golden flickers in the distance. Padstow, still far off, but not unreachable. We'll get there, in time, but for now, the hush of evening holds us. We stop beside a wooden bench, facing the river mouth. You sit. I rest my chin on your knee. There's a sound here, the mix of river and sea, colliding softly at the curve of the land. It's not loud, it's not sharp, it's just there, steady, familiar, like a breath you forgot you were holding. You close your eyes, and the stars above us multiply. First 3, then 7, then more than we could ever count. The path continues now, smooth, wide, welcoming, as we descend gently toward Hawker's Cove. Everything is quieter here. The sea is just beyond the dune grass, whispering to itself in waves no taller than your ankle. The breeze has softened to a hush, and even the gulls have fallen silent. We step onto the sand. It's cool now, firm beneath our feet, the kind of sand that holds a print without fuss. You feel it mold under your steps. I pad beside you, tail swaying. You look out across the wide bay. The tide is still out, revealing long stretches of wet sand, scattered stones, and gentle ripples left behind by the sea's slow retreat. The clouds above are thinning, and the stars are growing bold. You can see dozens now, maybe more. They blink down at us like old friends. We pass the old lifeboat station, weathered and still. Its timbers are dark with sea salt, its windows dim. There's a quiet dignity to it, even at rest. You pause beside it and listen. The wooden walls creak faintly in the breeze. A rope taps gently against its frame, and beyond, the sea continues its slow conversation with the shore. I nuzzle your hand, and we carry on. We're walking along the soft curve of the coast now, heading toward Harbour Cove. This part of the journey feels like something from a dream. The path is so flat, so silent, only your footsteps and mine. Only the soft crunch of sand and the delicate wash of water nearby. We pass a line of weathered posts, standing like sleepy sentinels, guiding the way across the bay. The estuary stretches out before us, calm, silvered, deep. It folds around the land in slow bends, pulling us quietly toward the edge of Padstow. You take a deep breath, so do I. We walk without words, just the rhythm of our steps, the gentle shift of the tide, the stars above us, the earth below. Eventually, we reach St. George's Cove, a quiet little inlet tucked neatly between headlands. It feels hidden here, protected. The cove is still, its waters like ink under the sky. Shells crunch lightly beneath our feet. The scent of salt is stronger now, mixed with something more earthy, wet driftwood, perhaps a hint of chimney smoke on the wind. I slow my pace. You do too. There's a log near the edge of the beach, smooth and sun-bleached. You sit. I curl beside your legs. The world around us holds its breath. A heron glides over the shallows, wings wide, silent. It lands near the rocks and stands motionless, watching the water. You close your eyes. For a while, we don't move. You listen to the sound of your own breathing, to the tide lapping faintly against the stones, to the night settling in like a warm coat. I shift slightly, rest my head on your foot. Everything is still. Eventually we rise, and the final stretch begins. The path from here climbs softly out of the cove and wraps around the edge of the land. As we walk, the first lights of Padstow begin to appear, golden glimmers across the water, a quiet glow behind hedgerows. You can hear something distant now, faint laughter, the gentle clang of a moored boat, the occasional creak of rope. Civilization, but it feels kind, soft, sleepy. The hill carries us gently upward and then levels out into a footpath lined with low stone walls. The Camel estuary lies beside us, calm and deep. Boats rock gently in their moorings, their hulls tapping lightly against one another. The wind carries a trace of fried fish and chips, warm, salty, tempting. You smile. I wag my tail. We pass a bench near the water's edge. You sit. I jump up beside you. We watch the harbour for a long while. The lights ripple across the water. The stars keep blinking. The world keeps turning. But we are still. The town is mostly quiet now. Cobbled streets, closed shop windows, the soft glow of lamps spilling from cottage curtains. You walk slowly through the edge of town, your shoes quiet against the stone. I pad beside you, each step easy, familiar. A few voices murmur faintly from inside the pubs. A bell rings softly from the church tower. But mostly, the town is asleep, and soon so will we be. We find a final bench near the harbour wall. From here, you can see the curve of the estuary behind us, the trail we walked, the headlands we crossed. You look back, then forward. You place your hands in your lap. I climb beside you again, tail curled around my paws. You rest your hand on my head. I lean into the weight of it, the warmth, the peace. The harbour water laps gently against the stone. You breathe in, then out, and everything begins to fade. Your thoughts soften. Your eyes grow heavy. The night wraps its arms around you like a blanket. The wind stills. The town rests. And beside you, I begin to drift too. We don't need to say anything. We've walked far enough. Good night, my friend. Sleep well. I'll see you on the next stroll.